in essence, WWE week here at UnSportsmanLike. And sitting next to us now, getting ready for Wrestlepalooza on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time in Indy Gamebridge Fieldhouse. You've known about him forever, yet he's new simultaneously, is how I look at our next guest. Bron Breakker is here. Welcome to UnSportsmanLike, WWE superstar.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Got the Baltimore Ravens in the house.
There we go.
Let's go. 2 Ravens in the studio. Let's go.
Okay, so when I say, let's go into that. So when I say, and along with Michelle Smallman, Chris Canty, Evan Cohen, when I say we've known about you forever, we've known about your family forever. Right? Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, the Steiner brothers, all-time great wrestlers. You are Rick's son. Rick is your dad. Right. But what Cece's excited about is your football career. Tell everybody about that before we dive into wrestling.
I played 4 years at Kennesaw State, and then I signed in 2020 with the Ravens for a short time. Loved my time there. I was very grateful for that opportunity. It was a lot of fun. Great organization, as you know, to be a part of. Winning organization. Really hope they pull it out this year. I think they look pretty solid.
They look good. They look. I was sick about week 1, giving up the ghosts in Buffalo, but that's a hell of a bounce back. That's a hell of a bounce back over the Browns.
Yeah, we'll circle back around.
All right, okay. All right, I love it.
Let's talk about wrestling. Was there pressure, not that your dad was giving it to you or your uncle was giving it to you, but in your mind to get into the family business growing up?
No. That was completely left up to me, my decision. Obviously, growing up, I was very much involved in sports. I played 3 sports growing up, all the way until I went to college, and then it became football. But that was 100% my decision, something that I grew up watching, obviously, growing up in the business, watching YouTube of what they used to do. And then the current product at the time was something I just fell in love with, and it was my dream ever since I was a kid.
Bron, there's always a lot of overlap when it comes to football and wrestling, when it leverage and all of those different things. But I also think it's fascinating when it comes to the mentality, because when you boil it down, football is about being able to win your one-on-one in order to help your team have success. And, of course, when you're in the ring, a lot of the times it's one-on-one. So I'm curious to know, what lessons did you learn on the football field that you've been able to carry with you through your wrestling career?
Man, I think it's hard to narrow them down to just a few, because there's so many things that I take away from my football career and the culture that we had specifically at Kennesaw State that I use in my everyday life. Just, you've been through it, you know, some of those battles that you have on the practice field, some of those battles that you have at 5 in.the morning when it's a mental game more than it probably is a physical game at the time, it's the type of discipline that you carry with, at least with my personal experience, I carry with me in my everyday routine, how I carry myself in WWE. I have the same kind of discipline. Same kind of culture, the same kind of structure. Like at Kennesaw State, our motto was effort, attitude, and toughness. And I would like to think that I still use that same premise in WWE today. I mean, I'm the toughest dude that works there, dog.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it doesn't surprise me because you were Baltimore Ravens.
That's right.
You got to be tough to be a part of that franchise.
Another thing I'm sure you took from football is the pressure of playing on the biggest stage. Because when you watch any sort of wrestling event, you see the crowd. You see that they are there to be entertained. And you know that when you get out there, you have to execute. So I'm sure that transferred over from football as well. Yeah.
Wrestling fans are they're very energetic. There's a lot of energy in the arena. If you tune in this weekend, this is our first ESPN PLE premium live event, Wrestlepalooza, and it's a really, really big deal. I mean, this is one of, if not, the biggest show of the year. It has a huge, huge fight feel to it. So a lot of exciting things going on. John Cena, it's obviously going to be around. Cody Rhodes, and then obviously myself and my tag team partner are going to be taking on the Usos. Usos, decorated tag team, been around a long time. A lot of people know them. They're also second, third generation legacy family. I don't think they're the greatest of all time. I think we're going to whip them on Saturday. The Bronze, my partner Bronson Reed, I think we're going to come away with the victory, and then we're going for tag team gold after that. Ooh. So
WWE superstar Bron Breakker is here. He's going to be a part of the event on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Premium live event. First one ever on ESPN. It's so cool. I've been saying this. It was supposed to start in 26. The ESPN WWE partnership has gotten so big that we moved it up to start in 2025. Let's talk about the faction that you were a part of, the Vision that you were a part of. So Paul Heyman is one of the most entertaining on-screen characters in any show anywhere. People have actually said that he should win an Emmy. and it's actually not a bad thing. I don't know why the WWE is not considered for that. What does it mean on cam and off cam to be part of a Paul Heyman faction?
Paul Heyman is the greatest manager of all time. He is in a league of his own. He knows every single thing that there is to know about our business, about our industry, how to do it at the highest level. I could not be in a better position in the learning tree of someone like Paul Heyman to sort of groom me, sharpen me up as a young guy coming in. That, everyone knows where I want to go, and I know where I want to be, and that's in the top guy, Cody Rhodes, John Cena-esque level of stardom one day. But it takes a lot of reps. It takes a lot of time to get there, just like in ball or anything else. So I could not be under a better learning tree than Paul Heyman. I think Seth Rollins as well. He is sort of the leader of the vision, or the visionary, or the architect, or sort of the brains behind the operation, who started the organization. And obviously, my partner right now, Bronson Reed, we're a force to be reckoned with.
Than when your dad and uncle were doing it. Okay, yeah. We see Unreal, right? Which we want to ask you about the IShowSpeed spear. But the idea then, right? They couldn't be seen together if they were against each other. You were just talking about the Usos, Jey Uso is the greatest intro, arguably in. Here we go again with the arguably.
Yeah.
But in wrestling tonight,
he got in trouble yesterday.
It's just me, Us, day one. It's just really entertaining, right? But if you're friends with him off cam, today it's kind of accepted more. When you're part of the faction that you're a part of in the Vision, do you have to hang out off cam and be seen together in a way that maybe your dad would have to be back in that day?
I typically keep things how they have been for a very long time, I would like to think.
So that's you saying you didn't like Unreal?
I don't think I didn't like it. I think that the audience, our specific audience, enjoyed seeing the superstars and the talent in a different light, and seeing what happens behind the scenes with production and what all really goes into what we do. I think we maybe reached a new avenue with a different audience that maybe hasn't seen what we do, can sort of, the casual viewer can sort of see our whole thing as a whole. What we do, it's there's a lot that goes into it for sure. So,
Bron, I want to ask you about your WWE, your welcome to the WWE moment. I remember in the NFL, we had those welcome to the league moments.
Yep.
Mine was week 2 against the Washington Commanders, formerly the Washington Redskins, had a 13-point lead. 2 minutes to go in the game. Santana Moss catches 2 bombs, and then all of a sudden we lose that game. And I was like, wow, I'm in the NFL when you can lose a game that way. What was your welcome to the WWE moment?
I think my welcome to the WWE moment was probably when I worked with Sheamus. Sheamus is a guy that's been around for 10, 15 plus years around that ballpark. Guy that's very well respected, and someone who's really physical and takes a lot of pride in his work. He's, like I said, well respected by the entire locker room, by the entire audience. He's no doubt going to be a Hall of Famer one day. But he's someone that makes you earn it. He's really, really physical out there. I obviously enjoy that type of combat sports.
You
I
like
love
that
it.
kind of party.
I love getting in there. So
He wrestles like a fullback.
Yeah.
it's definitely he's someone that's really, really fun to work with. He's really, really fun to watch. I mean, if you're someone that's just tuning in, or maybe for the first time and trying to learn the superstars and whatnot, he's definitely someone that you take a liking to right off the bat. So.
Ron, Evan kind of alluded to this a little bit, but since you grew up in and around this business and now you're actually as a part of it, how has it changed? What's the biggest difference from when you first were in this wrestling world to what you're doing now?
I mean, it's just, I think it's evolved a lot over the years. From what I've heard from my family as to how the business was way back when, 20, 30 years ago versus what it is today, it's just a different thing entirely. It's difficult to really explain it, I guess, but it feels more like a team thing than it probably ever has. I mean, I wasn't a part of the locker room during that time in the old days, but just from some of the cultural things that I've heard that it used to be it's just not that way anymore. It just feels like a team environment. It feels like we are, a unit in there. I mean, it's a good locker room. It's good people. It's just everyone working together to sort of make the greatest television product that we possibly can. So it's a lot of fun.
WWE superstar Bron Breakker joining the show here at UnSportsmanLike, presented by Progressive Insurance. The new WWE partnership with ESPN, the premium live event, Wrestlepalooza, ESPN app this Saturday, September 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern, Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indy. Bron is going to be a part of it as part of a huge tag team match against the Usos with Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman will be there. Who knows what Seth Rollins is going to do, getting involved in that match. The moment with IShowSpeed. So he's been on the show. He is a YouTube and internet sensation, and you destroyed him. You speared him at the Royal Rumble. They show the background of it on Unreal on Netflix, and unless Triple H is playing it up, I don't know that everyone knew you were going to do that way. Walk us through what happened, because it was insanely memorable.
That's an open field tackle. And
Yeah, it is. That's great form. That's great form. Head to the side, all shoulder. I love it.
So basically what happened, IShowSpeed is in the ring. He was not supposed to be, at least part of the storyline, in the Rumble. They then go send him in, and Bron is going back and forth on the ropes. You do and then he's just standing in the middle of the ring, and it's a perfect, as you said, open field tackle. And Michael Cole and Pat McAfee went nuts when you did it because you pummeled him. Was he hurt?
Head on the swivel. I'm not too sure. I think he was probably a little banged up. It was he took a good shot, but he's got my respect as everyone else's respect.
I mean,
too.
if we're critiquing it and we're taking it to the NFL, that's a flag for roughing the passer, because you can't land on him these days. So, I mean, you landed the full weight of your body on him. So I'd have to throw the flag, personal foul on IShowSpeed for the hit.
Well, and taunting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And taunting. Man.
It was.
But you know what though? Some penalties are worth it. And that one right there, that's worth it. To level IShowSpeed that way, that is absolutely worth it.
You may be onto something. I've asked Bron Breakker to describe this. Tell me about it. He hasn't said a word about it, but he's smiling as if I got that guy. Oh, did I?
Yeah.
He is so he's loving every minute of
Listen,
that.
when I played for the New York Giants, this is right after I left the Dallas Cowboys. We played the Cowboys in Jerry's World, and I took a flag for roughing the passer on Tony Romo. And I looked back on it, and I told him, money well spent. And I feel like in that moment, after you leveled IShowSpeed, you're saying, this was money well spent. This was absolutely worth it to hit you and level you that way. Incredible.
I think.
Oof. Just the slow-mo. I feel that.
Yeah, that was. Welcome to the show.
There you go. Say no more. Say no more.
When you I'm curious because I'm thinking about the career and the history, especially with your family, and now that you're part of this huge faction and the Usos and the Vision going up against each other, NWO, DX, which one was better and why?
I think I'm gonna have to go with my family. I'm gonna have to go with the NWO. Just both factions were very unique and had something for everybody, and they were just so entertaining and fun to watch. I mean, all the way from Shawn and Hunter and X-Pac and just, you know, I mean, Road Dogg and Billy. I mean, just go down the list of how talented each group was crazy to think about in hindsight, looking back on everyone's that was a part of those organizations for their careers. I mean, it was just such a fun time to be a fan, I feel like, during when that was going on.
Oh, it's the best.
For sure.
Monday Night Wars was awesome. Last thing from me. So Michelle has just become a wrestling fan, like literally this summer. So we did a bit in our show where we gave her a match every week to watch and then critique on Friday.
Okay.
If Bron Breakker was going to give Michelle Smallman one match to watch, either of yours, your family, or any all time, what's the greatest match to watch of all time in your mind?
I mean, I haven't put my greatest stuff on tape yet because I'm still very up and coming and learning and trying to, sort of sharpen my craft. So the best out of me is yet to come, I would say. But I would say Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at either WrestleMania they're an all-time classics, both of them.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool.
Bron Breakker is going to be a part of the huge event, Saturday night, Wrestlepalooza, WWE Premium Live event on ESPN. The partnership, he's a sports guy, he's a wrestling guy. The WWE ESPN partnership is perfect for people like Bron Breakker and others, and he's going to be with Bronson Reed against the Usos. Yeah, they have the greatest intro, and you guys have to take them down like you did IShowSpeed. But I am going to yeet, and I'm going to root for you guys simultaneously on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on the ESPN app. Thank you so much for the time.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for
Bron
having me.
Breakker, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, WWE week on UnSportsmanLike continues as tomorrow Cody Rhodes will be here and Friday Triple H will be here. We're UnSportsmanLike, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.